Hey everybody, this is Ebony and I'm the Container Queen. And Happy New Year! I hope everyone had a great New Year. And I hope everyone had a great holiday season. And I decided to start off the new year by making a little short video on how to regrow celery and green onions outside. These projects you can do indoors in a sunny window. You can actually put the root ends in a glass of water and put it in a sunny window and they'll grow back. But since our weather is pretty mild here in Mobile, I tend to have a tendency to try to plant everything outside. Both the green onions and celery though they do like colder weather. They can take the cold temps pretty good, so I put these outside. As you can see, as far as the celery, this is a store-bought bunch of celery that I brought, and I just cut off the end with a sharp knife, and this is the part that we're going to plant in the ground. As far as the green onions, you can see this is how much I cut off, and you just want to make sure you leave the root ends intact and a little bit of the white, and you have new green onions that'll sprout out right here on the top. And same thing with the celery. And all you have to do is harvest what you need, leave the root end intact, don't pull it. Well, you can, but if you just harvest what you need, you'll continue to have green onions and celery throughout the growing season. It'll keep growing back. So I like to leave the root end intact and just cut off about right here, and they'll continue to grow back. But since I had some pesky squirrels that decided they wanted some green onions, I don't have any green onions, so I'm going to start a new pot of them. And as you can see, this is about where I cut them at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for a little bit. I'm going to move outside, and I will show you how I plant them in the soil. See you in a few minutes. Bye. Alright, I'm back. We're outside now. As you can see, I got a few things still growing. A couple tomato plants. And here's some celery that I've actually started. And every time I buy some celery, I save the root in and I plant it in the ground. This one was planted about a little over a month ago. And that one I planted about a couple weeks ago. So you can see they're going pretty well. I've also got a pineapple top that I'm trying to get to grow. It doesn't look all that great, but I've noticed there's a little bit of roots growing at the bottom, so I'm praying that does pretty well. But I've got a few things growing, a poinsettia. I've got some stuff in my raised beds out there. I've got cabbage and lettuce and collard greens and broccoli, and got a herb still growing. Got some chives and rosemary, thyme, oregano. Got some pepper plants that I'm trying to overwinter, and got 3 citrus trees. This is a variegated pink lemonade, and this is just a regular lemon. And I just brought, here's a purple cabbage in a container, another little purple cabbage, and I just brought this Valencia orange with some gift cards I got for Christmas. So I'm gonna transplant that into a bigger container when I get a chance. But I do still have a few things growing. But let's get started with planting our green onions and our celery. Now, I like to reuse my soil because everybody knows I grow mostly in containers 2 years in a row. So every other year I try to start out with new soil. But when I do reuse my soil, I like to refresh it with adding more compost or composted cow manure. So this is what I mainly use. Black cow, composted cow manure. It's already broken down for you. It doesn't stink. I know a lot of people say, ew, manure, but this is some good stuff. The bag cost about $5. I got it from Home Depot. It doesn't have a smell or anything. It won't burn up your plants. You can add as much as you want into your bed, raised beds, ground, containers, whatever you're growing in. And you don't have to worry about your plants being burnt up because it's already broken down for you. and it's all natural and organic. You can go to their Facebook page. They've got quite a few videos showing the process of how they make it, and that's what I love about it, is it's organic. So I do recommend using the Black Cow brand. So let's get started. Let's do the green onions first. And how I do these containers have already been prepped, refreshed with some more Black Cow, is I just take my finger and I make a little indentation into the soil. And this is where our little green onions are gonna sit down into. And then I just take the end of the green onions, nestle it down there. I scrunch up a little soil around it. You want to make sure you leave the top part out so the new growth will grow out of, and that's it. So I'm going to continue to do this. I press it down just a tad bit with my fingers, push some soil around it so it'll stay put. I'm going to cover these containers up with some netting so the squirrels can't get to them, so they can get a chance to get established. But you can see it's relatively easy to do this. This is a great project you can do with your kids, because kids love to watch things grow. You know, this shows them where their food comes from. So I definitely recommend doing this with your children. And a great, if you're not already a gardener, a great thing to start for the new year is start to grow some things, you know. Even if you grow a few things in some containers, you know, you're doing your part to be more sustainable. Saves money, it's better for you, and there's nothing better than walking out in your yard and picking fresh produce. Put this one in the center. That's it for the green onions, as you can see. And see, it was, got one more. It was relatively easy to do. And I recommend you keep this lightly watered, especially when it warms up. You know, in my area during the summertime, I have to water my containers every day because it gets so hot. But you definitely need to keep this water, and you will have green onions. So I'm definitely going to take some pictures, and we'll monitor the progress of them. Now let's plant the celery. This is easy. I'm just going to make a little small hole. And you take your celery, nestle it down in the hole. I'm going to push some soil up around it, kind of fill in that hole. And that's it. Easy peasy. Now, I like to use seaweed extract in my fertilizer regimen. You can buy the powder off of Amazon. You can buy it from burpee.com, and it comes in a powder form, and you just mix half the package of the powder into a 2-liter soda bottle or a 2-liter container and fill it up rest away with warm water. Give it a good shake. And I put about 1/4 of a cup in a standard size watering can, and that's what I'm going to use to just give these a little good start. So I just kind of water it gently. Same thing with the green onions. And that's it. You see, it's very easy to do a regrow project. And remember, I said you can do this inside your home, and then as needed, all you have to do is come and harvest a little piece off with some scissors, or you can pinch them with your fingers. Keep the root intact in the soil, and you continue to harvest it through the growing season. Well, that's been regrowing celery and green onions. If you have any questions, you know what to do. You can leave me a message on my Facebook page or send me a message in my inbox. This is Ebony. I'm the Container Queen, and I hope everybody has a wonderful 2015. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening. Bye.